All right, welcome back. We're going to do or continue our career mode in Assetto Corsa. Uh, Last time we did the very first two um, things, which was the Abarth 500 time attack and quick race. So now we continue on with this. So in the spirit of trying to learn sim racing together, I'm going to try to talk through what I'm doing and kind of how we're learning and um, kind of what the thought process is through everything. So especially since this is the first time I'm doing a Assetto Corsa, um, obviously never done this car, never done this track, so let's kind of learn. So first I start braking at the 100. Maybe brake a little bit harder. So it seems like kind of a fun section. But let's do it for real now. Start braking at the 100-meter board. Maybe a little bit harder. Try here at the 50 mark. Try again at the 50, hard braking. Too much there. Let's try 150. So too much there, we can definitely brake later. So late apex on that one. This one we can try to ride the curve. And this one opened up nicely to the front straight. Okay. We're learning the track. Try braking 100. 50. Maybe turn in a little bit too early there. This one's pretty sharp, so. A lot of curb, opening up wide. Alright, let's try hard braking at the 100. Felt pretty good. Let's see. We'll try to stay in second for that one. Let's brake 50, hard braking. Oops. Hard braking for this one too, because we always went off. This one. Okay, still getting used to it. Hard braking at the 100. Maybe we can turn in a little bit earlier there. Hard braking at the end of the curve. Let's try that. Not bad. I feel like this one will pretty much ride all of these curves to set us up. Pretty good. We'll try that next time. So I guess a little bit better than last time, but stay in second. See how that goes. Better. Hard braking at the 50. We could try staying in third for that next one. So this one, again, we're going to try to hit all the curb. Not very good. I just don't think I set myself up very good for that one. So. staying second for that one. Okay, so I was trying kind of hard braking by easing off earlier than I did last time and turning in earlier. That didn't really work, so I'll try it again next one. So I think that first one we have to kind of maybe sacrifice some speed. So that we can set ourselves up better for the other S's, but I don't know. Let's see how we did. Well, 2,500. I'll take it. I'll take that. So I guess let's try to move on for the quick race. We know a little bit better the track, so let's try it. I'm going to keep it on the same level that I've been having, because it took us a couple times to do well on the first quick race, but so we'll keep it at 90%. We'll see how that goes. And again, I'm going to try to do more talking through what I'm doing, since this whole point of this whole channel is to learn together. So I'm going to try talking through what I'm thinking as I'm driving and as we're learning. And again, if you have any suggestions, let me know. But let's try this first race. Jeez. Oh, bad exit on that one. Lots of bumping. I'm not too confident with a bunch of other people on track yet. Used to just having myself. But we'll learn how to manage traffic as we go. So I'm not setting myself up very well for that. That's right there. I'm losing a lot of time. So I gotta figure out the best way to kind of set ourselves up for that one. So too hot through here. Alright, we kept it in. So let's see if we can try to set ourselves up better on this one. Maybe we'll try braking and turning in later. Gives us a much better setup for that. I think that's the way to go there. Definitely have to stay in third for that one. Stay in third too for that. Or second. Try braking a little bit later here, a little bit harder, a little bit later. I think that worked out better. Too much. Carrying too much speed through there. That section is getting much better. gotta stay way left over there. Okay, so lots learned. Um, it was good that we were catching up to the pack by the end because it was showing that we were getting better as we were going along. So um, not too bad. Still very slow lap, but nothing like the reset button. All right, I think we've survived. Maybe spoke too soon. Now we're good. Turn in a little late for that, but it's all right. We still got it. Let's see. Oh, too much. See if we can do a dive bomb here. Oh, no need. Ooh, dive bomb. Almost. Oops. missed my turn in there, but we'll try to recover. Well, basically stopped for that turn. Oopsies. All right, second's much better than the first race. Um, let's see what our improvements are. So way behind the first place guy. I don't know if we're gonna beat him in an M3 E30, but yeah, I mean he's 2 seconds faster than my fastest time, so I think we'll just continue on. Let's see. John Doe. He's cheating. Well, anyway, we have. Um, I mean, I'm not trying to get perfect on all these. I'm kind of weird where I try, like I hate seeing the different colors. I hate not getting the highest. If there's a game where it's like you have to get 3 stars, uh, then I have to keep doing it until I get 3 stars. But for the sake of this, I think we're just gonna continue on. Um, let's do a time attack with the cheating car that he had. Freaking John Doe. Let's see. Let's do this one. Why not? All right. Sorry, I was just checking audio, make sure it's good. And I'm just not talking underneath a bunch of engine noises. All right, let's see what this, we need 4,000 points. Let's go for it. Also, I don't really know how to do a proper start in these cars, but whatever. This car, whoa, is much better. A lot lighter steering. A lot better brakes. Well, that's traction control. A lot less front grip too. I don't know exactly why, but maybe just because we're not used to going faster or still taking the same line that we did in the other car, so change it up a little bit. Try to take this time to learn what's best for this car. Try braking a little bit later and a little bit harder. lot to learn on that one. So, -9, new freaking record. Let's try that again. Definitely have to be much easier on the throttle. Okay, so we're learning. Broke a little bit too late for that one. So I think we're turning a little bit too early there. slippy, slidey right there, but I think we're getting used to it slowly but surely. Gosh, I feel like the just have no grip in the front. Saved it. Lost a lot of time though. Trying to incorporate trail braking so we can keep the weight up at the front tires, but it's not really working that well. Oh, I guess we're done. Well, not too bad, I guess. We got above 4,000, so I guess that works. I don't know. I feel like I just didn't have any grip with that one, and I'm sure it's my fault for doing something. But let's see what's next. We've unlocked Series 2. Awesome. Going back to rear wheel and BMW is my first track car. All right, Z4. What is this? Oh, Time Attack at Nürburgring. Yes, whatever. Let's go for a white. Sure. All right. Well, let's learn this track because I don't think I've ever done the sprint track. So let's find out. Jeez. Oh wait, I think I might have done this track. In ACC. All right. Okay, wide here. Let's try braking at the 100. Ooh, big elevation change. And no, it was bits of this track, not this one specifically. This Z4 is very loose. But that makes it fun, so just learn how to control it. Gosh, I barely even did anything in that. It was way sliding, but yeah, lots of sliding. Figure out how to do that turn eventually. Here we just try flat out. Yeah, perfect. Oh boy. Ah! the sliding over there. I think we gotta take that turn super easy. Oh yeah, this one's the long wide turn. Brake real hard for this one. Still nothing. It's kind of a cool blind turn in that one. I want to try to stay more in the middle of the track so that we can brake straight. Alright, sick drift, but it worked a lot better being in the middle of the track. Yeah, we'll figure that one out next. This one, I guess, later apex, but it's blind, so it's kind of hard to determine where we turn in, but we'll find out. Oh, completely missed that one. Turn, dang it. So we didn't need to brake as much for that one, but I did just to kind of find out the point in which we need to start braking. But all right. Well, I mean, we got our points and everything, but I think let's before we jump into a sprint race, let's let's try again. Because I think we're getting used to it. I think just a little bit more practice, and I think we'll be able to at least get around without dying. So this first one we figured out it was better to be in the middle of the track. How we're gonna do it during the race? No clue. Try to just keep a constant speed, open it up. Maybe brake a little bit earlier than we did last time. Kind of a strange turn, but I'll try to go like a little bit later apex next time. I should probably turn in, huh? Just dabble on the brakes. I like this one. This one's easy. Try to carry as much speed through here as possible. It's not too bad. I've been using the marker on the road to set my braking point. It's been working pretty good. Just slow down more for that one. So it was super slow turn. So I'm going to start braking. Let's see if we... It's okay. I don't know about turning in that late, but maybe we'll just try to turn in and ride the curb on the next time. Start braking at the 100. Jeez. So I think dabble on the brakes, go down to second for that, and not think about the other turn on that turn. Try to carry more speed through here. Okay. Maybe too much there. And braking power here. Alright, let's try again. Hard on the brakes. It's not letting me shift down. So I want to brake the car, but so if we turn in here, okay, it's a little bit better point. It doesn't set us very nicely for the next turn, but let's see. So it's not going on the grass. Dab on the brakes, down to 2. I don't know if that was faster, but I felt better. That felt pretty good. I mean, think we're learning slowly but surely where our breaking points and everything are. So. Just lift off the gas here and kind of coast it around. Hard on the brakes to see if we do the same thing. Okay, that was pretty good. Be nice if I saw where I actually started turning in, but this one maybe a little too late there. Definitely, I keep going off like this. Oh, yikes. That's expensive. Well, let's not do that again. Alright, yeah, we'll restart this one anyway. Ouch. Okay. Let's continue trying. So, yeah, we're not even gonna mess with that stuff. Wish it showed like a time that that would be like a good time. But anyway, continue on. This turn always gives us problems. Maybe I need to start turning in earlier. I think I'm staying too straight. Maybe brake a little bit earlier, carry a little more speed in. think that was too bad of a lap. So I gotta slow down way more for that one. Go all the way down to first, so I'll try it next time. So brake earlier, okay. That didn't help. Too much, too much. Yikes. Ah. Alright, so too fast. Obviously too fast on that one. Alright, so I think I'm trying to do too much too early, so we're going to take it back a notch a little bit. I also don't know what the track limits are, so maybe we can utilize a little bit more of the road. On that exit. So we'll try next lap. Let's see. We're going to try to slow way down for this turn. Alright, maybe a little too much there. So see if we take this turn like this and go all the way out. There you go. I think we can do that. I'm still turning in too late for that, so I'm turning a little bit earlier. It's kind of hard to tell when to turn in, but I think that was better. Oh. That's too far. Try turning in. Still too late. Here I am getting distracted. Okay, that part is getting better. Let's see what the track limits on this side too. Let's see if we bring it way out. Okay, yeah, we can do that. So yeah, we can utilize more of the track. I think that's probably better. Now I'm just messing up. Oops. Didn't slow down enough for that one. All right, I think we're getting used to the track a little bit, so that's pretty good. Are we ready for a race? That's the question. We could always do more practice, but races are more fun. Let me come up here and see. Yeah, I don't know if this really shows you like what's a decent time, you know? Oh, I don't know, but we'll continue. There we go. Whoopsies. Gosh, kind of going everywhere. That was pretty good for the turn. Oh, geez. Oh my God. Just so they go real slow through this part. Jeez, we got a penalty for that. I don't know how long that was, but I was not expecting them to absolutely slam on their brakes like that. It's still not very good on that turn. Jeez, missed that one a big time. Oh, wait a minute. Is it different than the practice? For some reason that seemed a lot sharper than practice, maybe? I don't know. Either way, let's restart. So I love sim racing. You can just have to hit the restart button. Alright, so much better start. So let's not screw this up. I forgot we can come out a lot wider on that one, so. There we go. That was a good turning point. So try to keep that in mind. Of course, as soon as I say let's not screw it up, we lose a lot of time, but that's okay. Yeah, I feel like that's different than the when we were practicing. I guess I gotta slow down. Wow, we lost a lot of time there, but. See if we can recover. Please shift down. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't think I'm crazy. I think that's different. At least it feels different. I don't actually know, but oh, yeah. take your back out. Whoops. Yeah, definitely different than in practice. So I don't know why, but oh well. Jeez, locked up a lot on that one. I think that was a much better turn than what I've usually been doing. Kind of, I think I stayed in the middle, more in the middle of the track, um, and then turned in later. So okay, so definitely could do a lot better. So that one kind of chicane messed me up a bit, but oh well. But that is all the time I have for today. So we'll continue on next.